I now request the Chairman of IMS 2025 Advisory Board, Shri Baba Kalyani, the CMD of Bharat Forge Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Shri Baba.
Honorable members on the dais, Honorable Shri Bharat, Honorable Shri Baba Kalyani, our dynamic member of Parliament from Bangalore South, Shri Surya, whom I had the privilege of being here 2 years ago with our Defense Minister for the same function, Dr. Samir Kamath, Secretary DRDO, Secretary R&D and Chairman of DRDO. Without his innovations in defense technology, nothing moves forward, I can tell you that. Shri V. Narayanan, you just heard of the Bahubali launch that they did a few days ago. It has been one of the most spectacular achievements of history. Shri Arun Ramchandani, another veteran from industry, large company L&T, Mr. Ronald Crystal from Inteco. I have known Inteco many years. We have worked with them a lot. Shri H.V.S. Krishna, Chairman of the IMS Foundation. Shri Narayan Prasanna, President of Lagu Udyog Bharati, Karnataka. Dr. Rajesh Kumar, Chairman of India Acquisition Center. First of all, I am pleased to be the chairman of this advisory board of IMS 2025. It's a great privilege to be here amongst you. I congratulate IMS Foundation for the 7th edition of India Manufacturing Show. That means almost 14 years this has been going on. That is quite fantastic. And cannot have hoped for a better gathering than such illustrious people on the dais. I'm told there are many more people actually in the exhibition hall. And if they all came here, there's no space for them. So when you go to the exhibition, you'll be able to see that. I should particularly congratulate the Karnataka chapter of Lagu Udyog Bharati, 15,000 plus members, and bringing the world of opportunities to member companies through expositions like this. MSME sector is the backbone of India's manufacturing and industrial growth. This was the Honorable Prime Minister's comment on Monday at the BIEC Bharat show in Delhi, which I had the pleasure to attend. Honorable Prime Minister has contributed immensely to build MSMEs and give them benefits so that they can grow. The revision of MSME definition that took place in 2020, the PM Mudra Yojana, collateral free loans, credit line guarantee schemes, Udyog registration portal, and PM Vishwakarma Yojana. I was just talking to the Honorable Minister, Shri Baba, and I was saying that it's time to revise the definition of MSME again because they are growing, they are getting larger. The Honorable Prime Minister has also said the important things in terms of how our economy should develop. He's talked about Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Vignan, and Jai Anusandhan. So, Jai Vignan and Jai Anusandhan is science, technology, and innovation. Placing science, technology, and research and innovation ahead demonstrates the thinking of today's Indian. This was the key message from the Honorable Prime Minister at the Emerging Science and Technology Conclave on Monday. The road to Viksit Bharat in this digital era can be traversed through large-scale industrialization, steered by science, technology, and innovation. This is the only roadmap for developed India. In the next 25 years, India aspires to grow at double-digit economic growth trajectory. There is 8x growth in GDP. By the way, what the earlier speaker said 5 trillion, that's not correct. We are targeting to be a 30 to 35 trillion dollar economy by 2026. And a 15x growth in manufacturing. This is just amazing. This has to be all achieved in the next 22 years. So the opportunity is going to be immense. This is a massive transformation that's taking place in India at very high speed and very high velocity. Like several other large countries, United States, Germany, Japan, South Korea, and most importantly China, such a massive transition is only possible by transforming from a factor-driven economy, which we are today, to an innovation-driven economy and into a products nation, with strong emphasis and on design and made in India products across sectors. I think a lot of Indians have mistaken what is Make in India concept and what is the Atmanirbhar Bharat concept. Atmanirbhar Bharat and Make in India concept is if you design the product yourself, if you own the IP yourself, and you manufacture it yourself, that is Atmanirbhar. So creating intellectual property, Indian IP, which is powered by design-led thinking. As a country, we simply stay content with the mastery of know-how and focus less on know-why. It is important to leverage scientific research to understand both know-how and know-why. Whatever we manufacture, we must also design. Today, we have a lot of GCCs that do design work for companies abroad. And the same Indians are working abroad who do the manufacturing. We need to get them back so that we can put both together and produce the products here and become a products nation. I'll give you an example about Germany. We have 6 manufacturing plants in Germany ourselves. We have plants in Germany, in Sweden, and in France, in Europe. Never have I experienced such issues of doing business in Europe. A massive shortage of skilled manpower, 7 to 8 times escalation in energy costs, huge regulatory burdens, high taxes, and Mittelstand, which is the backbone of the German industrial machine. The medium and small industry of Germany engaged in supplying a multitude of products today are under a lot of stress and risk. And I don't know when this is going to get overcome. There are several structural problems facing the West. And ladies and gentlemen, this presents an opportunity for India to also be the alternate sourcing hub for manufacturing for the world. Never a better time now in India, the number one choice for manufacturing investment. That's why you see so many companies from all over the world coming here for investing in manufacturing. I'll give you the example of China, which is exactly the opposite. Chinese little giants. The MSME industry in China is called little giants. China's little giants, roughly about 14,600 of them, aren't just building semiconductors, drones, and turbine blades. They're building momentum. These firms didn't stumble into success. They were scouted, shaped, and scaled through a meticulously structured pyramid framework. At the base of this pyramid are provincially identified innovators, which are small firms, like many of you in the MSME sectors, with spark of technological promise. Those that show exceptional potential are elevated to special MSMEs, gaining access to a web of support mechanisms. The best amongst them ascend to national little giant status, becoming central to China's industrial transformation. And you have seen what China's industrial transformation has done. And at the very top, the manufacturing champions found that not only scale, but lead, setting up benchmarks in global supply chain. As a result, companies like Huawei, once a modest telecom equipment trader, didn't even make anything, he used to trade. Now, global tech giant, because China aggregated the entire telecom equipment requirements for the country and gave it to Huawei. And Huawei built the manufacturing base, which is now the biggest in the world for telecom. DJI, which began as a hobbyist drone startup, now commands 70% of the drone market in the world. BYD, a battery manufacturer, turned into one of the largest electric vehicle manufacturers in the world, now challenging Tesla in the electric vehicle business. These weren't born giants, they were born just like many of you, but they were built as MSMEs brick by brick, bite by bite. What must we do? We need a major mindset change. We should stop romanticizing the struggles of MSME as a badge of honor and start engineering scale with intent. We need a major mindset change where we can believe that we can design and make Indian products with Indian IP. That's the true meaning of Atmanirbhar Bharat. A clarion call that has echoed and raised the emotional quotient of more than 1 billion Indians. No better time to achieve this than today. Thank you. Jai Hind.
In line with the vision of the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, the entire industry is totally geared up towards indigenization and living up to his vision. Let's give a round of applause and thank Shri Baba Kalyani for a highly thought-provoking innovators.